You're welcome to Module 2 of Unlocking Corporate Partnerships and Funding. If Module 1 excited you about the potential of corporate partnerships, Module 2 is where we get tactical. This is where we're going to pinpoint businesses that aren't just willing to give to you, but will be eager to partner with you because of your level of alignment. By the end of this module, you're going to have a short list of businesses that are completely aligned with your mission that you can begin to reach out to raise money for your organization. Now, why are we so, why are we so over the word alignment? Why do we think alignment is the key? Because here's the truth. If you've actually experienced rejection, if you've reached out to businesses and you didn't get response or you got a no, you should know how that feels. It's going to wipe out your confidence and you may not even come back into the corporate funding zone. But when you're aligned, when you speak the languages of these businesses, everything changes because it is alignment that creates the difference. And when we're talking about alignment, we're not just talking about the possibility of alignment with your mission, but we're also talking of the possibility of alignment with the value that you provide. This is what will transform your result three times whatever you've ever experienced when it comes to corporate funding. Because this is the truth. Not every business will give to you. Not every business is aligned with your brand. And if you go about reaching out to just any business, you're going to keep getting no, no, no. Or an entire silence that's going to really, affect your confidence and your ability to even raise money moving forward. But when you are focused, when you begin reaching out to the right businesses that have the alignment with your mission, that need the value you provide, everything changes. You begin to build what we call lasting partnerships. And it is these lasting partnerships that ensure your consistent funding as you go on with the work you've been called to. Now, there are six levels of alignment, six clear levels of alignment. One, we're talking about businesses that benefit from the very work that you do. This is one of the highest level of alignment. They benefit. For example, an organization we worked with in South Carolina that was empowering homeless people and people who are experiencing financial challenges, right? They provide financial literacy training and also run outreaches to provide food and blankets and materials to these homeless people. One of their programs is actually running weekly financial trainings for people who experience financial hardship and homeless people. One of the brands we identified that benefit from the very work this organization does was a real estate, not just a real estate companies, but real estate companies across the county and across the area the organization works on. Why? Because when they empower people to leave the streets, to escape homelessness, it is these real estate companies that these people go to get homes. So their work was a direct benefit to the companies, the real estate companies out there. And we needed to establish that partnership because they were one of the top funding audience for these brands. So you see, businesses that benefit from the work you do, it's all about thinking. Who benefits from the work we do? Who benefits from the people we serve? If you're empowering children, the parents benefit, the schools benefit, the teachers benefit, right? It is all about identifying who benefits from the work you do. The homeless organization, aside the real estate companies, home decor stores, furniture stores also benefit because when people get off the streets, they go to these home decor stores to get, home decorations. They go to furniture stores to get furnitures for their homes. So you identifying businesses that benefit from the work you do is very important. The second we're going to talk about is those that serve your target audience. So you're one who empowers children. There are businesses across your service area that also sells to children. Basically, they sell products to children. Of course, the parents are the ones who's going to buy them, but their products are meant for children. So you should be able to reach out to these brands as well because they serve your audience. Or businesses that actually sell to, women, for example, makeup brands, women clothing brands. And you run an organization that empowers women, right? They basically serve your target audience. Another type of alignment are businesses that benefit from the community you serve. So, for example, you're working within a community to empower people, right? And then within that community, there's a company that's in that community benefiting from the community. Or let's say, for example, a company gets natural resources from that community. Let's say some communities in Texas where companies actually drill oil, right? And you serve these communities. They are supposed to be funding you. The fourth type of alignment we're looking at are companies that align with your mission. So we're talking about companies that actually have similar mission statements to yours. They have similar values. They have similar vision. For example, you're empowering kids with financial to, gain financial literacy, and there are companies out there that are also, helping kids. They have mission statement of, helping kids to also get financial literacy or, increase their literacy rates. Your goal is to find those businesses that are actually within the same range. Some businesses are focused on, empowering kids. Some nonprofits are focused on empowering kids with the nourishment they need to grow healthy. And then we have lots of these beverage brands that are out there saying, they empower children with the nutrition they need to be healthy. So you see, that alignment is a key kind of alignment you can also tap into. The fifth type of alignment we are looking at is businesses that will be interested in the value you have to provide. So, for example, you have access to a particular market or a particular community. There are businesses who will be interested in using that access. Your job is to research them. For example, there are businesses who are looking to expand into new communities, and you already have access to those communities. That's a big value they can tap into. Another type of alignment will be those that will look good by recognizing with your mission. So we have lots of brands out there who already have the wrong image, right? But they know by associating with non-profits, doing good work, they can begin to, clean up that image in a way. And that can even be a redemption step for them. Your organization can actually be that redemption for them. You can be able to get the funding and they can be able to partner with your organization using that as a good looking image for them. For example, organizations that companies that are really into climate change, if you run an environmental brand, you can be able to help them, look good to the public that they're actually investing in climate change. So you see, there are six classes of these kind of businesses you can begin to reach out to. But of course, we have a more advanced level where you're actually looking at, data insights that benefits their strategy, events that provide network and exposure opportunities for them, expertise that you can add that can add credibility to their initiative, access to talents from your network, connection to motivated customers, the values are endless, but the goal here is really to look deep into your brand, right? And find those values and those alignments that businesses can be able to look out for, and then find businesses that would want them. Aside that, you're also looking out into the market to say who's aligned with us, who would want what we have, who shares our mission statement, who would want to align with our mission, right? By then finding these businesses and then running a search to find businesses that actually, fit these different criterias can be able to transform your fundraising game entirely. And the good thing is you can be able to brainstorm on a personal level, use your Google to do some searches, but we've also provided you prompts that you can provide AI platforms like Grok or ChatGPT, and then you're going to pull out lots of businesses that align with your brand. All you have to do is just provide information about your business, your nonprofit. This is what we do, this is who we serve, this is where we're located. Help me find businesses that benefit from the work I do. Boom, it begins to list out businesses. Help me find businesses that serve my target audience. Boom, begins to list out businesses. So you can be able to use AI to supercharge your research, but on a personal level, you can also be able to do your own research to find businesses around the community, to find businesses that match your your nonprofit mission, and then you can build your very first list of corporate funders that you can begin to reach out to. Now, here's the sweet spot. There are businesses that actually click all the six criteria I've just explained to you. They benefit from the work you do. They serve your target audience. They benefit from the community you serve. They align with your mission. They're interested in the value you provide, and they will look good by recognizing with your mission. My God, if you find at least 10 of these businesses that click all six spots, then you're already funded. Because when you reach out to these businesses, at least 4 to 5 of these businesses will fund you and continue to fund you for life. That is the value of alignment. And by identifying businesses that click the six spots, you are changing the game entirely. And like I would always say, as I always tell founders I work with, focus on these businesses that click all six spots, or even if it's 5 spots, or even if it's 4 spots, right? Make sure you're looking at going towards businesses that, help that have a group of motivation. 3, 4 motivation, 5 motivation. But of course, you could still go after those with 1 motivation, but make sure those that click the 6 spots, 5 spots, 4 spots are your priority, because these are the people who have more reason to give and who will benefit more from the very work your organization does. Now, your targets today should be to brainstorm 20 businesses. Like I said, you can't be able to use AI to supercharge this process. And if you use AI, I'm going to tell you, you're going to find lots of businesses, at least 50 to 100, if you research each of these categories. To score these businesses you've identified, how many points or how many, level of alignment do they have? Is it the 6? Is it 5? Is it 4? Score them, because this is going to determine your priority of outreach. And then, of course, make sure you're starting with local businesses first. Because one mistake most nonprofits make is you're a local nonprofit, but you're trying to raise money from a national nonprofit. Well, that's strategic. That could be good, especially if the national nonprofit is trying to focus on your local area. But the real kind of alignment is really national nonprofits, working with national brands. That's really where we've seen results. And you as a local nonprofit, you working with local brands or finding brands that are focused on your local, area. That's what's going to help you create results. So now you've identified who your aligned businesses are. You've created your list. Let's go on to focus on how you get value first approach by identifying the business priorities of these businesses and then researching who the decision makers of these brands are. And that's what we're going to be looking at in the next module 3. I'll see you there. Take your time. Make sure you create your list of businesses here. Do not go forward until you do so. Think, brainstorm, spend 30 minutes brainstorming. Use the AI prompt we provide you in the instructional content below. Brainstorm, pull up your list, make sure you've done that before you go into the next step. And like I said, if you have any question, email me at rooney@csrstrategies.com. I'll be all over you to help you get going. I'll see you in the next module.